everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Jan Kelstra and I'm a dairy farmer from Saskatchewan, Canada. The last 3 weeks or so I've been hauling manure. We got 3 corrals left. I want to get it done, but before we finish it off, we got to do a little bit of maintenance on the bunning manure spreader. I tightened up the chain before we started corral manure, and now you can see it's hanging about 3 to 4 inches below where it should be. And that's just wear on the chain. So we've moved this chain so much, it's stretched out a little bit, the links have worn out, and it's hanging a little bit low now. The bad thing about that is we might start losing bars, or it might start slipping on the sprockets on the front. I doubt that's gonna happen, but you never know. You want to play it safe. So start the day out tightening these chains up to where they should be. Just got to get a little bit of that slack out of there. Yeah, you can see even back here it's slacking down, so gotta do something about that before we get started today. Since we're beside the shop, we'll grease it right away. She's greased. Now some fuel. Okay, we definitely waited too long with that, but luckily the airlock on this thing works good still. Didn't overflow. We're all ready to start hauling, but there's one more thing that we got to address before we start, and that's that big hole there in the windbreaks. The heifers took quite a few of those planks out over the course of winter. It wasn't me backing into it with the hay buster, it's the heifers. So we gotta make sure they can't jump that before we start, because otherwise at some point today they're probably gonna get bored and try to jump it, and then we're gonna have heifers loose in the yard. So to avoid that, I think the easiest option is to put 2 boards across. I think we're going to put it on this side because they're going to be pushing against it. Two planks, pretty good. It's more so to put something in their face so they don't jump over. I mean, it's only gonna last a day and a half. I don't know. We put it on this side because they're gonna want to push against it so it's stronger. the screws aren't holding them back, it's just kind of holding it in place. And once we have this corral emptied out, it's going to be a lot lower right here and they won't jump over it anyway. So can you ladies not tear this apart, please? Thank you. This is another one of those deep muck pit corrals right here. It's just straight down. It's probably 2 or 3 feet of muck right there. So yeah, we gotta be careful with the floor in this corral. It's gonna be a tedious first couple loads, but once we get into that straw pack, it'll be fine. That's our first load of the day. It is a load full of muck. Let's see how our rubber liner is holding up, and it is shooting it out a little bit. So as soon as it starts shaking down the road, I'm gonna lose a bunch. We'll just go through the fields for the first couple loads and make sure we don't spill it on the road. Got a bit of a start on this corral. This one is down pretty low. We didn't backfill this one last fall. We did it last spring and then it got muddy and it's low again. So that sucks, but especially right off the concrete here, there's a foot drop and we're just gonna destroy tires as well as this concrete pad if we don't do something about it. I could just put some gravel here. I scraped it down to the hard dirt, but I'm gonna use a shovel any muck away from here, any moisture, everything, and then we'll put a ton of this gravel down and then hopefully it'll be good for a couple of years. You gotta hit it hard. I could just put gravel here now, it's kind of good enough, but that muck and that muck right there, it's just gonna make it deteriorate before we're even done this corral. So we got to get rid of any mud. So got all the loose material scraped away from here. Now we'll go grab a big fat bucket of gravel. Try and grade it neatly here. Maybe 2 buckets, just fill it right up. missed. That's what we ended up with. About 2 full buckets of gravel. Disappears pretty quick. This is solid though. Should protect the concrete there. And I hope this area is going to stay here for a couple of years, because it gets pretty old dumping gravel in here every time. But now we got it good and dry. It'll pack hard over the next day or two while we're emptying this Corell out. Hopefully it's good for a while. Quick afternoon update. It's going good. Our ramp is holding up strong, and that board we put there this morning, that is surprisingly still up. I probably would have bet against that, but glad to see it still up there. The Corell dries out so quick. Everything here is already dry. As soon as you scrape the muck off the top, it just dries out, which is awesome. That is because the sun is shining today. It's a little breezy. That helps a lot too. It's nice and warm out here today, so perfect day to be cleaning Corells. Gonna give you guys a quick crop update. First, looking at the fall rye. So this fall rye, it got rolled a couple days ago and sprayed as well 2 days ago, I think. So it took a bit of a hit there, you know, 2 things coming to it, but it's gotta get through that. See if there's some moisture in the ground. And there's some if you go 2 to 3 inches down, but it's already drying out a little bit. So realistically, this stuff can use a rain within a week. It's not in the forecast, but you can always hope so. We'll go across the road here to the alfalfa field. That stuff is taking off. Here in the alfalfa field, these plants are already 6 inches high. They are looking lush. They're shooting up. It's unreal. Over the last 10 days, you know, 10 days ago this field was brown, and now it's just green, and this alfalfa is coming up. Awesome, awesome stuff. Now we'll go check out the peas. The first field that was seeded, we'll go digging for some seed, see if we can see some sprouts. There's the seed. Oh, there's still good moisture here. That's awesome. That is a great amount of moisture there. Look at that. That seed has sprouted. That's amazing. How quick that goes. We'll try to get this little guy back in there. That is crazy to me that the peas are already sprouting. I guess within a week they'll pop out of the ground. So it's great to see they're still in moisture too. That's everything right now. These crops that are seeded right now, they don't really need rain for 2 or 3 weeks, as long as their roots can chase that spring moisture. After that is when they're gonna start wanting that moisture though. that is going to be the end of manure hauling for today. I don't know if you guys could hear it in my voice, but over the course of today, I definitely have picked up a cold or something. So I still got to bed the pack barn. I'm going to go do that and then try and hit the sack early tonight. We'll take this loader out of here and then we'll let these ladies back in. That board survived all day. That surprises me a lot. That is a bedded up milking pack. That is sweet. We'll push up to feed in the cow barn. Okay guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. It really helps the YouTube channel out. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.